Souness and Richards laud dominant Chelsea's belief and quality. Graham Souness and Micah Richards were mightily impressed by table-topping Chelsea and Thomas Tuchel as they overwhelmed Tottenham in an ultimately one-sided London derby. After a first half which Nuno Espirito Santo's men shaded, Tuchel made the decision to take off an out-of-sorts Mason Mount and replace him with N'Golo Kanté. That switch, along with greater intensity for the visitors and a poor second-half showing from the Lilywhites, made the difference as Thiago Silva, Kanté, and Antonio Rudiger got on the scoresheet. Speaking in the aftermath of the match which sent the Blues top, Sky Sports pundits Souness and Richards were quick to praise Tuchel's ruthless streak. Richards said, "I think Thiago Silva in the second half was great. Kanté came on, a little more energy in midfield, and they just dominated the second half. I was watching it thinking what's changed, and I know Tuchel's made the sub. We can talk about bringing Kanté on, but Chelsea are just dismantling teams. I've never seen a manager see something's not right to this extent, and then it's like they turn into a different team in the second half." Souness traced back Tuchel's no-nonsense approach to a match last season as a reminder to his team of the standards that need to be maintained. "He's got the squad where he can mix it up," the Scot said. Go back to Callum Hudson-Odoi against Southampton in February. Sub goes on, "He's not happy with him, get him off." That statement alone has put a marker down for everyone in that dressing room. You can't mess with this guy. He's got a squad where he can keep mixing it. I'm as big a fan of Mason Mount as anyone out there, but he felt he wasn't quite at it, and I like the way he chats about it not being all about formations and tactics in his post-match interview. For him, it was more about energy levels and being first to the ball and being aggressive, and he's picked up very quickly that in our game that's so important, more important in the Premier League than any other league, that you have to be physically ready for it. If you're a big team, whoever you're playing, you have to be ready to meet that physical challenge head-on. It's incessant now. We saw with Saul, who he watched in training and thought was ready last week, and it was a wake-up call for Saul, and he's not been involved this week. The guys picked up our game very quickly. Right now, they're the real deal. First half, Spurs were better. Chelsea landed up winning 3-0. They've got tremendous belief and today was a classic example. That's what separates top teams from good teams. Chelsea have that quality," Richards added. "Every time they go forward they look like they're going to score. The rest of the team are chipping in with Lukaku not scoring. It could have been 6 or 7. Tuchel is decisive. If he feels something's not right, he changes things. He's taken off Mount for Kanté and Mount will still fight for him next week." Fellow pundit Roy Keane expressed similar sentiments. "It just confirms what we already know. They're an outstanding team. There's a machine-like look to them.